Hi, welcome to another Guns Contractors video. Plantworx is less than a week away now. Starts on Tuesday the 13th of June and goes on till Thursday the 15th. I intend to be there for the first 2 days. So I'll be there on Tuesday and the Wednesday. And I'm also lucky enough to have been invited to a preview on Monday afternoon as well as the awards ceremony, which is brilliant, the Innovation Awards ceremony. So looking forward to that. But I thought I'd just run through some of the items and different bits of kit that I'm looking forward to seeing, getting my hands on. What I love about Plantworx, of course, is that you can demo a lot of kit on the actual demo sites, as well as obviously seeing it in the metal. So a great show if you're into your plant and equipment, you're anywhere near the UK, and Peterborough is definitely the place to be next week, I would say. Always worth a visit. So in no particular order, I'm not sponsored by any of these companies. I don't get sponsored by any of these people. Be nice if you wanted to, but for now, this is for my own sake, and of course the channel and the people that like to follow me as well. These are the items that I'm looking to investigate a bit more, and I'm excited to see. In no order, the first item really is IDig and their 3D system now, which has been around for a year or so in sort of its final stages. I believe they've finally released a full version now. I had a look at Hillhead, had a bit of a sneaky preview, and I really like the idea of the system, the idea of being able to take it off the excavator and then stick it on a rover, and you can go and set out for the bricklayer or curb lines or something, etc. Really appeals to me. I've looked into 3D as an idea of going there myself. As you know, I currently run the 2D system. It's still something that I'm really keen to get involved in and have a look at. Not sure if it'll work fully for me yet. There's still the issues of satellite coverage and trees and buildings blocking that, etc. But it's certainly a system that I'm going to go and have a look at. The 2D system, as I say, has been brilliant for my business and earned me some good money. So they're doing 3D now. Keen to have a look at it. The next one, again in no order, Drainfast, a company actually based near me in Alton, in Hampshire. They've got a few depots now around the country. They have had a couple of sort of products outside of their normal line that they've been selling for a while that help us ground workers. And of course, I'm a ground worker at heart. So this year, on top of the site stack system that I've been looking to potentially use on a job, the key is I don't really do enough drainage, but they've also now released a pipe chamfering tool for that. And always keen to have a look at what they're up to, because good little company, family run, as say near me. They'll be exhibiting at Plantworx, and I believe they've also got some of their muck stopper systems in as well. Now they're like it basically stops like crap and bricks and other stuff falling down manhole systems. They currently do them, I think, 450 manholes. And they also do them for larger concrete rings as well, go like under the lid. So in a road or something, you get inherent road sweepings and various other silt and stuff. It can block up your brand new drainage that you've put in on a site. I've certainly had that myself, and you have to get down in there and clean it out. So yeah, keen to have a look at those products as well, see them in flesh, the metal, plastic, in fact, as some of them are. So I'll be checking them out. Kubota are launching the new KX85-5, I think they're calling it. So that's a replacement for the KX80-4 Alpha 2, I think we got to in the end. I mean, that was a machine that, God, that's had some revisions, that old Kubota. It's apparently the UK's most popular 8-tonner. I've never been a huge fan of it, if I'm honest. I think the previous model was actually one of Kubota's weaker models in their mini lineup, which otherwise is pretty good. I've got my thoughts on the cheaper ones. As I say, I reviewed the U50 recently, -5. They've now put the -5 system and everything into the new 8-tonner. So keen to go and have a try on that. I believe it's got rotor tilt fitted, which will be interesting, because I always thought the old machine was a bit noddy. They've upgraded the cab by the look of it quite a lot. Apparently new seat. Yeah, but a lot of the stuff that I've seen in the -5 excavators before. Sound has been improved, and that was definitely an issue in the last one. But fundamentally, it looks a very similar machine, certainly as far as the boom and the chassis, the main sort of upper structure. So it'd be interesting to see how it handles a rotor tilt, because as I say, I have had complaints of that machine before being a bit noddy. So we'll give that a go, and I'll see if I can't get some camera action and do a quick review on that if it's on the demo plot. Also, I'll be heading to the Get Connected zone. That's a new sort of area of Plantworx. It's very easy to get carried away with some of the big demo plots, and of course, who doesn't want to go and drive big machines, right? Especially some of the bigger stuff that you wouldn't normally get to, or certainly I wouldn't. It is certainly a draw, but there's a lot of technology being exhibited now at Plantworx, and that's something I'm really interested in. Anything that improves productivity for me, security, lots of areas, safety, of course. So I'll be checking out some of those products, because it's a good place to meet either sometimes the designers, certainly the sort of the people nearer the head of the company, and really get a feel for how this kit can help your business. So that's a whole area of Plantworx that I'll be making sure, because I'm going for 2 days now, I check out myself, just to get across that and not get too drawn into all the shiny new iron sat around. Another one is the Grumper, which is a dumper, self-loading dumper. Now, this went around the internet a few months ago. There was pictures of this machine. I think it's by JJ Mack. They seem to have converted like a dumper into like a self-loading dumper. Kind of keen to see it. I like the idea. The way I run dumpers, if you pair them with a machine, it's fine, because obviously the machine loads them. But if you're using one as a bit more of a wheelbarrow, and you need to travel over large distances, maybe you've got to run your aggregate from one place, and then you're working in another. Having a machine sat on a pile just to load a dumper is a little bit frustrating and a bit costly. So the ability for the dumper to load itself in some situations would actually be really good for me. They've come up with a bit of a crazy design. Apparently it's going to be Plantworx. Keen to see it. So be interesting to see it in the metal. Crusher buckets. There's a few different companies doing crusher buckets. Something again I'm potentially looking at for my business. Maybe looking at recycling for customers, trying to save them money. Muckaway is just getting ridiculous. What's getting more ridiculous is the cost of stone back in. Some of you guys live near quarries, maybe up in the north and near the sea and things. But when you're a bit inland, north of Hampshire, everything here has to be trained into us. So it's getting quite expensive now for Type 1, other materials, shingle, etc. Now, you're not going to be able to obviously produce all of this through a crusher bucket, and the quality in some instances won't be good enough either. But I think a lot of instances, I could potentially be turning what I would otherwise be giving away as muckaway, or paying to get rid of as muckaway, turning it into usable stone on the job. And yeah, the more it gets expensive to muck away, the more expensive it is to buy, the more justifiable it is to potentially be sorting it and running it yourself. So that's something I'm looking at. Augertalk are going to be there. They've got like a conical crusher bucket. It's quite an interesting idea. Be interesting to see if that's a bit more lightweight, any quicker on the sort of things that I'll be recycling. We'll have a look. And also, of course, BAV and Dig Bits will be there as well. So I'll be catching up with Marcus and the guys. Hopefully Murray the dog will be around. I believe they've got a demo plot as well. Otherwise, there is, of course, the Operator Challenge. I know there's a big deal at the moment. The big boy Connor is going to take on Lloyd, the bearded excavation man. Now, personally, I think Connor's in for it. That's if I was to put money on it, I think it's on Lloyd, to be honest. I've seen his operating pretty smooth guy on the levers. Connor buckled under pressure last time at that Operator Challenge he did a couple of years ago. So yeah, wish him all the best. It'd be good to see him. But otherwise, there is also a challenge for the rest of us mere mortals. Looks kind of fun. I'll give it a go. Why not? I'm not the fastest person in the world. I don't need to be. You're only competing against yourself here. But yeah, we'll go down and give it a go. And I believe there's some influencers there as well. So maybe meet some stars. That'll be nice. So other than that, I've seen Devilon, of course, the newly branded ex-Doosan brand, now called Devilon. Now they've sort of split the tie-up that they had with Bobcat, etc. They are exhibiting this year, and I think they'll be showing us some of their sort of from the ground up new machines that they're going to start bringing to the UK market. So that will be interesting to see. Always interesting to see when a company kind of gets a bit of a reboot and a refresh, goes in a slightly different direction. So be interesting to see what they come up with. I think they've got a new 6-tonner there. The DX63-7 is going to be there, along with the DX85R-7. So they reckon they've got an improved boom offset, which is always good to see. I always thought that was something that old machines used to have, much better offset, and it's been lacking on more modern ones. And I always wondered sort of why that was. We used to have it mid-2000s. I had an 8-tonner, that New Holland, which actually a Kubota underneath. The nigh-on offsets 90 degrees to the left and probably 70, 80 degrees to the right. Very, very good. Modern machines never done that, but Devilon telling us that they've improved their boom offset on these things. So again, be interesting to try and do a video. Hopefully we can get on the demo plot and have a go with those. That'd be nice. If you want to go to Plantworx, the tickets are available online. It's all free. So yeah, well worth doing, as I say. Could be a laugh. If you catch me there, say hi. I'm sure I'll be walking around. I've got to try and do a bit of filming, obviously for the channel, and I also need to see some things for myself. So that's why going for 2 days. If you see us about, feel free to say hi. I don't think there's any beer there. Bit of a shame, but always keen to go down the pub somewhere afterwards. Yeah, hopefully we'll have a good couple of days out. So it does go on till Thursday as well. So if you get a chance to head down to Peterborough, well worth it. Anyway, thanks a lot. And in the next couple of weeks, you'll be seeing more stuff that I hopefully get to film at Plantworx up and coming. Thanks a lot. Cheers.